Drama here. Just a second ago, something flew off the left rear tyre of Kimi Raikkonen. There's something wrong with Raikkonen's tyres. It's rubber flying off the left rear.
Yeah, it's delaminating, and I think he's going to struggle to get back to the pits at racing speed. He's already run wide in the first Lesmo. You can see the outside shoulder of, we could see earlier on, the outside shoulder of his tyre beginning to delaminate, and that'll be a worry for all of the Michelin runners, unless of course he's been tagged somewhere, and that of course is Montoya. His tyres look fine at this stage. We need to see Raikkonen, please. We need to see how he's progressing back to the pit, but it's a totally unscheduled pit stop, and it's going to put him way down the field.
Certainly is. He got himself up into 5th place, having been held in 11th in the opening stint of the Grand Prix. It was a pretty good effort for Kimi Raikkonen. Here he comes then. You wouldn't want to be driving on dodgy tyres at 220 miles an hour, and that's what Monza threatens you with. There you can see the damage in the right rear as we look at it. Ted Kravitz.
How absolutely gutting for this McLaren team, because we saw Raikkonen had gone to a one-stop strategy. He did not have to stop for fuel again, but they changed the tyre. They put a tyre on that they ran in Friday practice. He's done a few laps on it, but, well, it's in better shape than the one that's come off, which is in a right state.
And guess who he comes out behind? Jacques Villeneuve, his nemesis, the man who held him up for the first of this Grand Prix. I tell you what, this guy, so much at stake now in this race.
I hear what you're saying, James, but I tell you, arriving at Parabolica at a couple of 220 miles an hour with a hooky left rear tyre is not to be recommended. It is a serious safety issue.
Yes, it is. Well, we saw what happened with Raikkonen's. It's not as bad, this one, is it? It's not got bits flying off it quite to the same extent. Look at how it darkens and lightens as you see the load going onto that tyre. You wouldn't want to be a racing tyre. If you see what slow motion, what they go through, it's absolutely horrible the way they get squashed and squeezed. And we saw in Indianapolis with the left rear tyres there going through turn 13. You don't muck about with them.
2 to go. It looks pretty static, doesn't it? We saw a bigger piece fly off of Raikkonen's tyre than that. Alonso just 4.9 seconds behind him now. And let's look for the gap. Raikkonen is a new fastest lap. He's just 4 seconds behind Fisichella as well. He took best part of 2 seconds. He's going to be so close to the back of Fisichella, but I doubt close enough. So McLaren from Renault in 3rd place, but under pressure from Kimi Raikkonen. Can Montoya's left rear tyre hang on?
And what's interesting here is that Alonso is not attacking. His last lap of 1:20, though he's just set the fastest straight line speed he's done all race. His sector times are nothing special in comparison to what he's done earlier in the race. He obviously hasn't got the tyres himself to really attack. He's happy at the moment to inherit the win from Montoya if this tyre fails, or just go along and finish in 2nd place.
Michael Schumacher went off the track unseen by us and lost himself 15 seconds. He's back in 10th now, out of the World Championship points. There's not a Ferrari in the points at the moment, and they will not be.
They've won this race for the last 3 years, but as Schumacher said on Friday, the Ferrari era appears to be over. Neither Ferrari then going to finish in the points. The crowd will not be flooding the track as we've been used to seeing. The gigantic Ferrari flag will not come out. This race symbolic of the whole World Championship in so many ways. It's been full of excitement, it's been full of drama, it's been full of incident. It's seen Raikkonen, the fastest man of the year, once again compromised by reliability issues and bad luck. It's seen Alonso riding his luck. Things just seem to happen for Fernando Alonso. They seem to happen right. And it's seen bravery and courage from Juan Montoya, some risk-taking as well here in the closing stages, and it's seen poor run for Ferrari, a microcosm of the whole Formula One Championship of 2005.
Final tour then. Montoya was 3.5 seconds clear of the chasing Renault. I wonder if Alonso will wish he pushed a little bit harder earlier on now, but I'm sure he went to save the engine and to make sure he got a 2nd place. But Montoya really struggling with balance. The back end of the car stepping out quite heavily in places, but it looks like it's going to make it.
Down he comes then, 215 miles an hour for the final time into the famous Parabolica corner. Plenty of people giving him a hoot on their air horns. There he goes then, exiting at about 115 miles an hour. He's going to win his 2nd Italian Grand Prix. His 2nd victory of the 2005 World Championship and the 6th of his Formula One career. And that McLaren 1-2, it's going to have to wait for another day. 5 years they've gone now without a 1-2 finish, and they've got undoubtedly the fastest car in Formula One. Alonso finishes in second place, 8 very useful points for him. Fisichella is third with Raikkonen 4 seconds behind him in fourth place. That's heroic considering what Kimi Raikkonen has been through